Hello everyone. So as part of my goal of basically creating content in my sales journey in order to be the best salesperson I could possibly be, you know, as you know, I learned this from Matt Jacob. This it's like a three thing pillar in the top, or it doesn't really matter, but it's networking, content, and then lastly is the outreach that you do in order to land the highest quality offer you could possibly land, right? So that's basically what I'm trying to do here. The thing is, you gotta raise those three things up. So while I'm doing networking or while I'm doing the content, that's going to essentially help networking and also the outreach that I do, because maybe an employer is gonna watch me or has watched, I don't know, a video of mine or an Instagram reel of mine or whatever of mine. So that being said, I want to talk about getting back into the routine now after uh, I I don't like to say it take a pause, although it really is a pause, because it makes me sound like I am like I just took a break to like just waste time. But realistically, I was having hard time to like make ends meet because I have that sales training program that I joined, and I also have the my rent and different things. Like I got a big expenses when it comes to my motorbike and different things like that, because I crashed basically. So a part of the motorcycle broke and still broken. I sent it to get fixed, didn't work. I sent it back to get fixed, didn't work. So every time that I go to the mechanic, for of course they charged me for this, and then I went back with him. Hey, this didn't work, and then I again, and it's just not working. It's just not working. I've been sending this for like four times. The motorbike is pretty special, so not many pieces, you know, generic pieces can't be placed into it because it doesn't really work. I'm not a big mechanic guy, so I don't really know that much of it, but you know, it's been a journey. I'm just gonna say that it's been a journey to try to get this on point, but it cost me a lot of money. So I was in a position where I literally couldn't work here. The only thing I could do is just work in the food delivery driving, which is, you can see actually here my back, my food delivery back. This is the one that I use in the motorbike to deliver the food, but I couldn't do anything else other than that to actually make cash, to make money, so, and to pay those things. So for about a month, yeah, about a month, maybe a little more than a month and 2 weeks, maybe 2 months even, who knows. I really spent working and working and working the food delivery to pay those expenses, and now I'm in a position where it's manageable. I'm still working in the food delivery about 3 hours a day. It's manageable now, and that allows me to at least dedicate 8 hours, easy 8 hours on the sales training and landing offers and reaching out, um, doing outreach for getting more offers and stuff like that. So now for me, it's pretty solid. And I just want to talk about this kind of mindset shift that I have right now, which is I need to reframe my mind or reframe how I think about sales in my mind, because for my last offer that I worked on, that was terrible. I don't know. I don't like to say that it was their fault or it was my fault. There was only one other setter, and there was a lot of profiles that were in the Slack channel that were inactive. So I can imagine that those were previous setters that worked in that company. Um, they didn't raise me, or they didn't bring me with a contract, nor they gave me a formal goodbye when I decided to give them the 2 week notice. It was a startup. There was a lot of problems with the software and the leads that they were getting. So it was cold outreach. Essentially it was contacting people who did not know anything about the the company or the offer or anything like that. They got a spammy SMS text. That's the way that we got the leads, basically, the people who replied to that spammy SMS mass campaign. So there's a lot of factors that were working against my favor, in my opinion. I'm not gonna say that I'm the one here, like, all poor me, but I feel as though if I had landed a different offer, if I would have been a little more selective on the offer that I worked in, this wouldn't happen. I'm grateful that it happened, and it's just part of my story now. But if I had if I had chosen a better offer to work in, where I could really excel, and I saw people are actually succeeding in this offer, I think it will be better. Really, what I'm gonna be doing now is like getting back into this, into the sales aspect of it all. But now reframing my mind into, okay, like that was just a bad experience. It's like a girl or a guy who got broken up with terribly, got cheated on in a relationship, and then they say, "Oh, women, you know, women are liars. Women are not worth it, or men are not worth it." You know, it's like, well, it doesn't work. Like, is it actually useful for you to like make a generalization of that, of that size? Or like saying all sales jobs don't work. They're just scams. I hate sales. Like, no, maybe you just got the wrong sales basically job. That's it, and it's gonna be better, right? So that's gonna be my goal, and I'm gonna embrace this new mindset of like that was just the wrong sales job. There's gonna be a better one right in the corner. Okay, so that's basically my plan. What I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be focusing heavily on personalized Loom videos, the highest quality Loom videos I can possibly record. I'm gonna send those. Okay, I'm planning on doing the best Loom videos I can possibly do. Okay, like really impress the people who those Loom videos are being sent to. Very importantly, work on my actual setting skills, because I'm gonna be landing a appointment setting role, landing my or improving my sales skills through ChatGPT, watching basically recordings of calls from other appointment setters, doing role plays with other guys in the community that I'm part of. Is Learn Sales by Alex Beck, and that's gonna be my plan over the next 3 months, or the next month, 2 months, or if it's needed 3 months, no problem. But I'm gonna make sure that from the offers that I get, because I'm gonna be landing offers or like job offers, from those ones I'm gonna be very, very selective. And if they try to bring me on the spot for the job, I'm gonna make sure to say, hey, listen, like, I appreciate this, but let me just think about this for a second, and I'm gonna let you know, right? Because I don't want the same thing that happened to me before to happen again. So with that being said, very excited about this whole thing. I'm gonna be documenting the journey here on YouTube. So yeah, let's just stay tuned, and if you want to see how I handle certain appointment setting things or different things that happen to me in my sales journey, that could be useful for you if you're also in sales. Just stick along and yeah, subscribe to the channel. Goodbye.